Thinking about making a move to Crested Butte? Well, before you pack up your puppy and load up your Subaru, let's talk about what it's really like to live here. I'm not talking about the Instagram version. I'm talking about the good, the quirky, and what life is really like in this valley. I'm Heather Woodward, a longtime resident of Crested Butte, real estate agent, and who moved here in 2003 for just a year. So I've got a few thoughts on this for you. Here are 10 realities of what life is really like living in Crested Butte, and this is the honest version that you won't find on the back of a postcard. So number one, we are a remote location, and that's probably the point of why you're even looking at a place like Crested Butte or Gunnison. We're in this beautiful valley, truly at the end of the road. Like, that's it. So there's no Costco runs after work, and the nearest Target is going to be in Montrose, which is about 2 hours away. And while we do have a regional airport that's located in Gunnison, and it services some major airlines like United and American, the next major hub for an airport would be Denver. You're gonna drive to Denver, which is about 4 hours away, or Colorado Springs, which is about 3.5 hours away. But that's the beauty of it. You are trading convenience for connection. You may not be able to get 2-day Amazon Prime. You're not gonna get something overnight. Truly, it's more like 1 day or 2 days. But you have the tranquility, you have the peacefulness, you have a different lifestyle out here. You're immersed in nature, and that's the point. You can truly unplug in this area. Number two, snow just isn't a season, it is a lifestyle. So I'm not talking about this cute little flurries that you may get here in the beginning of season. I'm talking about living with winter conditions 6 months out of the year. You are shoveling your walkway, you're plowing your driveway, you are starting to pay attention to snow forecasts up at the ski resort or avalanche forecast if you're heading out into the backcountry. But you're living and playing in it too. You don't necessarily have to play in the snow here, but what I do tell people is that you do have to love winter. I mean, I guess you don't, but you may not love living here if you don't love snow and winter conditions. A lot of newcomers that I have run into or sold property to often underestimate what it's really like to live in a 300-inch snow year here in the mountains. But hey, if this Alabama girl can do it for the last 20 plus years, anybody can do it. Number three, careers are unconventional. So here you're gonna find people that moonlight as mountain guides and do photography on the side. You're not gonna find as many corporate 9-to-5 jobs. While there are some like at the hospital or at Western at the school, most everyone is going to be immersed in tourism or hospitality in some ways. And there's going to be a variety of very creative income streams. So while you're not climbing the corporate ladder, you do have the benefit of probably more flexibility, especially when I'm working with professionals. I do notice that people do work remotely post-COVID, have not returned back to an office setting, and have adopted that type of work lifestyle for them where they can work at home and head out on a bike ride or a ski during their lunch break and then come back and finish working for the day. So there's going to be a lot more flexibility here, but it's also going to look non-traditional and non-conventional of what you would find in a city setting. All right, number four, housing is a challenge. If you've done any research about living in any mountain town, not just Crested Butte or Gunnison, you're gonna come across this topic. So let's not sugarcoat it. You're gonna have to be proactive, and you're gonna have to know exactly what you want, and you're probably gonna have to make some sacrifices. There's an entry point to every area, and whether that is a fixer-upper or something that needs a major renovation, or it might be something smaller than you anticipated, there is an entry point for most people. But housing is tight. Inventory is still relatively low. It has been for years. Not sure that I see that changing anytime soon. And competition is high. So if there's something that's really good out there that has just come on the market, it's probably going to go pretty quickly. Number 5, you are living with nature every single day. So I'm not just talking about a cute little bear on a trail run. What I'm talking about is you may have a big day planned and it's super windy and you're having to reschedule and do something different for that day. Or you may want to go run some errands or go get some groceries, but there's a snow squall that has come in and you just don't want to drive in it. Or a bear has gotten into your trash. Well, that's just a normal Monday. But what I love about it is that it causes you to slow down, or at least it has for me. And you really start to pay attention to all the things that are around you, and you're just living with Mother Nature because she is the real mayor here. Number 6, off-season is a vibe. Spring, fall, call it mud season, stick season, shoulder season. It gets a little quieter around town. Some restaurants close up, they give their staff a break. You can find a parking spot around town. It's slower, it's quieter. So that is one thing that you do have to get used to. It was hard for me at first when I first moved here in 2003. But after a while, you really get used to it. You travel, you do house projects, you head out to your favorite restaurant if they're open and you don't have to make a reservation or get there super early. So there are some advantages to that. But it's something that you need to know in one of the realities of living here. Number 7, short-term rentals are a hot topic. So whether you already own a home here or you're looking to, this is a topic that is often discussed and debated. You can go on any search online and stumble across lots of articles about it, lots of chat groups about it, or Facebook, and you know that it's a hot topic, especially if you're here in the mountains. And you should know that if you're shopping for a home, that there are lots of zoning restrictions, license restrictions, and it's good to know if this is something that you plan on doing, that you need to know if they're allowed in that area, or if there's a certain amount of rental licenses that they hand out per year. So before shopping for a home, and if this is your intention, be sure and research this with your agent. We do it with all of our transactions. It is something that we ask people what their intentions are before they are purchasing. Most of the time it comes up in the conversation anyways, but it's good to know if there are zoning restrictions or licensing restrictions so that you have that expectation before you close on your property of what to expect and how you can use your property. Number 8, you will feel the tourist boom when you are here. It is no secret that Crested Butte is, well, no secret anymore. So in the summertime, especially in July and August, the town is packed. It's hard to find parking. Trailheads are packed. There's overflow from the restaurants onto their patio dining. It's harder to get in for dinner. So you just learn to live with this and kind of ebb and flow with it and not swim upstream per se. And for many of us, it is how we thrive. We are a tourist-based economy, and so we are dependent on out-of-state flights and people coming to visit. So a lot of us are very grateful that you're here and welcome anyone from any state. Number 9, it's not cheap to live here, but it is worth it. Groceries are going to be higher, gas is going to be more expensive, You're gonna spend more on heating and gear, and ultimately you're probably gonna have more jackets than pairs of jeans. But the trade-off is worth it. You're gonna spend your slower mornings sipping your coffee with nature all around you, or you're spending your lunch break out hiking on a quick trail or going on a trail run, or you're skiing a few laps up at the resort. The big trade-off is not just that, but you're also living in a connected, safe community. And it's a great place to retire. It's a great place to raise a family. It's a great place if you're just looking for a break from the big city life and need a place to unplug. Number 10, you may stay longer than you planned. A lot of people move here for a season or for a year to figure things out. And then 5 years goes by, 10 years goes by, you're raising a family, you buy a house, you start a business, and before you know it, you couldn't imagine living anywhere else. And that's pretty much my story. Chris and I moved here in 2003 for just a year, remember? And here we are 20 plus years later, and I wake up every single day grateful that I get to live in this community and surrounded by these gorgeous mountains and nature, and couldn't ask for anything more than that. So there you have it. Those are my 10 realities of living in Crested Butte. So whether you've been dreaming of a mountain lifestyle or seriously consider making a move to the mountains, I hope this gave you an honest view of a peek behind the postcard, so to speak, of what it's really like to live here. And if you've been thinking about making a move to the Crested Butte or Gunnison area, be sure and hit that like and subscribe button so that you can stay in the know with all things Crested Butte and Gunnison, Colorado, and all the things you didn't know you needed to know and what it's really like to live here. And whether you are moving here in 6 days, 6 months from now, or you're moving across the world or up and down the valley, I'm here to make your move exactly the way you want it to be. All of my contact information is down below for you, so please do reach out. Until next time. Okay, so it looks like you're making a move to the Crested Butte and Gunnison area. So you're trying to decide which video to watch. You could watch this one, or you could watch this one, or you could watch both, because they're both going to help you out and they're both really good. But go ahead and pick one.